Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today I decided to do a little bit of an afternoon evening ride. It's like right around 5:40 p.m. Gets dark about 7. So I figured I would jump on the trail here from Osteen and just kind of head down a little bit. Might go down to the preserve, the wildlife preserve, and just kind of get a few clips over there. And not really that long of a ride because it gets dark soon. So all right, I'll check back in a minute. So the ride today that I'm going on it's only a few miles, probably 3 or so miles, but I forgot to mention that I'm on the Ecotric bike. This is the 48 volt version of it. I think I paid like $860 with tax, so it was a pretty good deal. It top speed is like 23 miles an hour. So on the Ecotric here now, I have 206 miles, and it has been a really good bike. I really cannot complain. I paid, $860 for it. It has given me happiness, just riding it. I really bought it because I needed an extra battery for my ad motor, and the battery itself was like, at the time, it was like $600. And this bike was $806, and then with tax, it was like $860. So I said, well, might as well pay a few $100s more and get an entire bike than just pay $600 for an extra battery. And then I bought a battery on eBay, one of the silverfish type batteries, the one that actually goes for like the ad motor bikes, the Motan ones. And I won it in an auction for $125. It's a 10 amp hour battery, so not a bad deal at all. So I decided to go down toward the preserve. It's like 0.9 miles down this road, so I'll record a little bit of that because I have to kind of ride through the woods just a little bit. All right, so I'll be back in a sec. All right, so this is the entrance to the trail, and it's a little bumpy down through here. A few weeks ago, there used to be a lot of water just kind of standing in the trail area, so I couldn't get back here, but it is now pretty dry. Not bad. A deer just jumped across the trail. There's one. Ha! There's a couple of deer out here. Here's the end of the trail. I noticed that my microphone fell out while I was riding back there, but there was a deer that jumped across the trail in front of me. 2 of them actually. The first one I missed. The second one I got some video of jumping across the trail. It was pretty neat. But this ends up right here at the St. Johns River. This is the same river that we cross down in Seminole County, or Sanford, DeBerry to Sanford, when we ride that away. But it is definitely beautiful out here. We come out sometimes and fish right here. And normally out by that tree, you could walk all the way out by the tree because it's usually just sand all the way out, almost like a beachy area. But we've had some rain over the last month or so, so you can tell the river's up a little bit. But really nice, very calm and relaxing out here. Matter of fact, I think I am probably the only person out here. I haven't seen one person, so. All right, well, I'm gonna start to head back a little bit here in a minute. So before it gets dark, I want to get out of here, out of the woods. All right, see you guys in a minute. So I wanted to show you guys how this bike handles in sand. This sand's not really deep, but you know, something that you would encounter here in Florida for sure. But I'm just going to make a little ride through it. Pretty much just throttle only. Just ride on through it. So it handles pretty good. You can hear the motor when it goes through the sand. The deer are back. I can see them running through the woods. I don't know where they went, but pretty sure a place where this bike does not go. Yeah, see that sand? A little slippery. But that's Florida for sure. Lots of sand. I've never been down this trail. Well, that trail just kind of looped back around, so I'm on my way back to where the parking is. So the bike does pretty good on these kind of packed trails down through here. Not too bad. If it was really deep sand, I would say probably would not be good. However, we have ridden them on the beach and they ride pretty good on the beach. It does eat up a lot of battery power because you're, you know, constantly going through, you know, thick sand and then packed sand and thick sand, and you can tell a difference. Matter of fact, you can't really pedal on most of the beaches because you need some type of assistance in these bikes. So we have left the preserve, and the name of that preserve is Hickory Bluff. And it's, I believe, in Osteen, Florida. So it's just a short little ride from the trail here. Pretty nice area, good place to go fishing if you like to do that, which we have done. We pack our fishing poles onto the bike and go down and fish. And we have some really small chairs that we put in the back, and we have a pretty good time. So I decided to go down the trail just a little bit further. It's about 6:15 p.m. and it gets dark at about 7, roughly 7:10. So still got a little bit more ride. Figured I'd go down just a little bit, turn around and head back before it gets too dark. So this is one of 3 canals that take the excess water from the rainwater, the storm water, and pushes it down to the river, and you know, just to keep the area from flooding. But sometimes this thing is almost dry, and then sometimes you see it the way it is, where it's fairly you know, lots of current, lots of moving water down to the river. So I decided to turn around. It was starting to get a little bit later and the sun goes down pretty quick. And so within 30 minutes, it's going to be fairly dark. And I have probably about, I don't know, 5 miles or so, 6 miles to go, something like that. I figured I would head back and just kind of enjoy the trail. You know, one thing I like about this bike is that it is light, way lighter than my ad motor. So picking it up, I take the battery out, take the seat out, and I just pick it up and put it in the back of my truck. That's how I get it to the trail. But yeah, this bike is like, I want to say without the battery and the seat, maybe about 40 something pounds, 45. So I can just pick it right up and put it in the back of the truck. Then I just have some straps that I strap it down and take off. And the top speed on this thing is roughly, without pedaling, I've seen 23 miles an hour, but it's right around 23. I think it stops right around 23. And I know if you pedal, whoops, you could probably, there it is, 23. So for this ride so far, I was right around, I think, 78% battery still left. So it wasn't bad. Yeah, 78%. 50.4 volt. And not too bad. And this thing, I think in a previous video I said, I just wired, I bought some wire and I ran it down to the battery and basically unplugged the battery cable, put the positive on the positive, the negative on the negative, and plugged it back in. And that gives me the ability to see my voltage. If I put load on it, you can see it goes down to like 56%, 48 volt. But as soon as you let off of it, back up to 75, 76. This one's pretty quick. The one on the ab motor, it doesn't have like the color screen, but I like both of them. Both of them work fairly well. Lets me know where the battery's at, because on the display, the battery might show full, but in reality, it's not. So I don't even go by this anymore. I go by the little display there. Works much better. And also there is a link in the description for the LCD in case you have an e-bike and you would like to see the voltages. And this is a 48 volt version that I bought, but you can get the 36 volt version as well. So I just had a dragonfly hit me in the face. That's the thing about riding as the sun's going down, is that the bugs, they're really bad, especially on the sidewalks because of the lights that light up the road. The bugs get attracted to it and then they hit you in the face. So we bought some clear glasses that work really well at night just to keep the bugs from hitting you in the eye. But they work pretty good. Also, there's a link in the description for those. They were cheap. I think I paid $2, $3 for it or something like that for the glasses. Free shipping from Amazon. So I decided to go up over the bridge and just ride a little bit more down the other side. This is the bridge that goes over State Road 415 in Osteen. Okay, so I decided, I was looking at the mileage on the trip, and it said I had like 19 miles I did, and there was no way. So it looks like the tire size cannot be like 20 inside the menu here. I ended up with 21.5 and checked it with speed through my little speed app that I have here, and see how it says 9 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. So yeah, it was way off. It was like 3 or 4 more miles an hour, 5 more miles an hour higher. So yeah, so it's been adjusted. It's 21.5 in case anybody has the same issue. All right, so I made it back to the parking lot. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.